Hi everyone. COVID-19. Let's talk about it. It's scary and not much is known about it. Um, you and I probably know just about the same information regarding this topic, but today you should listen to me because I tend to have a pretty good perspective when it comes to being positive. The COVID-19 pandemic has affected each one of us, leaving us cooped up in our houses. Some are unemployed, and others are working tirelessly just to keep up with everyone else who isn't working. The economy is plummeting, and people are scared and very upset. And I understand that. But today, I'm going to convince you that positive results have transpired from the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic. I'm going to first describe the global changes, and then I'll describe the local changes, and then we'll jump into the positive changes amongst individuals, all which will be positive. First, let's begin with positive global changes. Although the pandemic is a global crisis, it is temporary. The effects of pollution and carbon emissions are long-term. According to Mihan Christ, author of What Coronavirus Means for Climate Change, an opinion article in the New York Times and the Sunday Review, she states, in China and Italy, the air is now strikingly clean. Venice's Grand Canal, normally fouled by boat traffic, is running clear. In Seattle, New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, and Atlanta, the fog pollution has lifted. Even global carbon emissions have fallen. With that being said, carbon emissions have dropped by about 25%. That's a lot. People are using less fuel, littering less, and polluting the air less. The earth is definitely reaping the rewards here in a global way. Next, let's talk about positive local changes. Sometimes we have to halt what we are doing and forcibly remind ourselves that isolation does not have to mean we are forsaken. Let me repeat that. Sometimes we have to halt what we are doing and forcibly remind ourselves that isolation does not mean we are forsaken. That was written by S. Fisher in the article Good and Beautiful Things I've Seen Amid the Coronavirus Pandemic. It was presented by America, the Jesuit Review. Utility companies are suspending shutoff notices. You've got loan companies and landlords that are allowing people to miss months at a time if they're being affected by this pandemic. Organizations are donating large portions of their profits to feed those that are hungry and to donate to science to figure out how to stop this pandemic. Restaurants are delivering food, and public schools are working daily to provide students and their families with meals. They're providing families also with meals. To me, that's just incredible. Communities are coming together to support local businesses to keep them afloat, whatever it takes. There are so many other things that are happening within our communities that we don't hear about already. It's good to know that people are still willing to visit each other and still willing to bring hope, still willing to share what they have. Also, a quote by that author. Lastly, let's talk about how individuals are positively benefiting from this pandemic. According to S. McNeil, author of the article, Silver Linings That People Are Sharing During the Coronavirus Quarantine Will Put a Smile on Your Face, was featured on BuzzNewsFeed.com. So on this feed, people were posting things, positive things that they've been doing or that they've witnessed. People are doing a lot of simple things that bring joy. People are getting creative and being resourceful. They're learning to bake. Parents are seeing their kids take their first steps, things that they wouldn't have seen if they were in work. Families are getting together again and having family game nights. Kids are reading with their parents and parents with their kids. People are getting out into nature and actually exploring. Everyone is pitching in to maintain households. Pets are getting more walks and more one on one time. And the list went on and on and on, and it was really cool to see. But to conclude, this pandemic has done a lot of negative damage to our economy, but the planet is benefiting. Communities are coming together to help each other, and individuals are learning to enjoy the small things again. There's good going on all around you, and sometimes it just takes a little extra effort to see the light around you. Thank you all for listening. Now, go enjoy the small things.